Beautiful morning to talk sport right here on Dominion Television, your channel of choice. You're welcome to Dominion Sport, right here on the go, where we talk all things sport, back-to-back actions, transfer update, and giving you the showdown was what to expect in the FIFA ongoing World Cup 2026. Trust me, friends, are flying high, star moment, and the stars are definitely on twinkle. Also, we have more action. The Mexicans are yet to concede a goal in the FIFA World Cup, most especially when they're playing at the stadium, at the Aztec Stadium, right there in Mexico. Also, we have the update in the world of tennis. The Wimbledon, Serena Williams could not move past that round, but she's back in the court where she lost the most, and definitely one of the major reasons why she said she's going to come back to tennis was because of her kids, and they did see her play tennis yesterday. Also, we got updates back-to-back in the world of transfer as Frank Onyeka, the tank, has finally put pen to paper on a deal right there at Coventry City, the new club promoted to the Premier League. All this and more right here on the show. I am Paul Abe Toruanimi, and definitely I'm not alone in the studio this wonderful morning. I have Sanuddin Alimi, the expert analyst, who is right here to talk sport with me. Top of the morning to you, my brother, and how excited are you?
Good morning to Oluwalimi, good morning to our viewers. It's nice to be back again. I'm excited to be here. It's another beautiful day to talk sports, like you always say. And the World Cup is still ongoing. France treated us to amazing football yesterday night, and the Mexicans, like you mentioned, continued their winning streak at the Aztec Stadium over the night, and it was just exciting to see. And we have updates from Wimbledon. Basketball drafts are still ongoing. News about LeBron James is flying around the media. Who is going to snap him up next? It's left LA Lakers. We'll dissect that later on the show. And we're journeying up towards the weekend. Just 2 days from the weekend, Silverstone is this weekend. Formula One is around the corner, and it's just buzzing in and around the world of sports. So let's dive into it and let's get this going.
All right, let's dive straight into action. And yesterday, we finally got the update that the NPFL is going to kick off on the 28th of August 2026 down to the 30th, and how excited are you for that? I know for you, just like you said, it's still very much tentative. That's not how you put things in order. You don't have the fixtures out, you don't have anything put on paper. You just give us the date. Definitely that shows that something else can still happen within that time frame. But Sanuddin, we have a date released already for the NPFL season.
We have a date, yes, and we are working towards the date. Subsequent to changes, things might still happen between now and August 28th, or between now and the end of the month, and so a lot of things still need to go on in the background to make sure the August 28th is a reality. And for fixtures date you have, and you don't have teams that would open the league, how it's going to go. And I saw the included Presidential FA Cup routine this time around is incorporated into the season, and we hope there are no hiccups that will delay it and push it up onto the late end of the season again, just like we had in just concluded season. So NPFL will always come with a date, will always come with committees, but are they going to stand true to their words? That lies the big question they have to answer. And over time they've seemed to deceive us or give us false hopes, and let's hope this time around they do things the right way and arrange or rewrite the history, bring out the opening fixtures. Let's know which team is going to play which team and how you want to arrange the conferences and the leagues and the Southwest Derbies, and let teams start preparing for their itinerary ahead of the next season.
All right, let's look at the teams who actually qualified and who are going to be playing in the NPFL. If we can have that picture on the screen, where you have Abia Warriors, you have Barao, you have Benden Insurance, you have Doma United, you have Enyimba, you have Ikorodu City, you have Inter Lagos, you have Kano Pillars, you have Castina United, you have Kun Khalifat, you have Kwara United, we have Nasarawa United, you have Niger Tornadoes, Plateau United, Rangers International, Ranchers Bees, you have Rivers United, you have Shooting Stars, Sporting Lagos, and definitely you have Warri Wolves. Sanuddin, those are the teams who are going to be representing for next season. And we got a report that Chief Priest made a bold statement yesterday saying he wants to take a 70% stake in the NPFL team, one NPFL team, he said. And what do you think that team would look like? For me, since it's an Igbo man, maybe Kun Khalifat, I think they need a big stakeholder to survive next season.
Most definitely, the Imo-based side will be looking to have someone as influential as CP on their books, and
or can CP take over Shooting Stars, maybe?
If there's a partnership, if the government allows that, and I'm very sure a lot of Ibadan indigenes would not allow that.
Yeah,
They are very proud
yeah.
people, and
You
when they get a chance to take over the reins as Shooting Stars, we saw what is currently going on between the private partnership that are currently running one or two things for the club. So you expect more of that. And for CP is a very good one. We spoke about the third richest man in Africa earlier in the week, trying to get a stake in one of the most indigenous sites in the MPF in state of Kano Pillars, and that's where we want to go. And it seems the juicy offer that the NSC have put on the line as the prize winning money for competing and winning the MPFL 2026-2027 season is going to be a very huge one of $1 billion. Naira. So everybody's trying to get a piece of the pie, and if you can do it well, manage your club well, manage your finances, get the right players, definitely that money is there for the taking. So good one. We want more investors, more willing investors who are ready to put down their money, not just for the short-term goals or not just for fast money or
social media
frenzy and buzz. Let them bring their investment. Let's promote this league together. We have to do it together.
Yeah.
So all parties, both the government, the private entities, the governing bodies, everybody has to come together to push the league to the heights we all want it to be.
Beautiful. All right, let's see how far that one would happen right there with CP. And just like we said, we've been able to give you the teams who have made it through to the MPFL. Remember, last week we also mentioned that the 4 promoted teams had the meeting and also registered themselves for the upcoming season. Earlier on the show, we gave you an update that August 28th is the resumption date for the MPFL. So teams are already preparing, already ahead of the new season. Let's move away from that. Let's talk more stories making the round in the world of sport this wonderful morning, and this is coming from the camp of Esther Okoronkwo as the Super Falcons midfielder. Esther Okoronkwo has returned from injury after featuring in the AFC Toronto 3-1 victory over Vancouver Rise after nearly 2 months on the sidelines. The 29-year-old comeback as a timely booster for Nigeria ahead of the 2026 Women's African Cup of Nations in Morocco. Okoronkwo missed the 5 league matches and Nigeria's recent friendlies against Senegal due to an injury. She was one of Super Eagles Falcons standout. Super Falcons, standout performers at the last WAFCON, contributing 2 goals and 7 assists as Nigeria won a record 10 continental titles. Sanuruddin.
That was a very good one. That's a very good one for me, and she was pivotal in Mission X for the Super Falcons last time out. So it's exciting to have her back and well ahead of time to get her full match fitness before WAFCON, because definitely you can't overemphasize her importance to the side. Like you mentioned, last time out at WAFCON, she had 2 goals and 7 assists.
7 assists, massive.
Very important ones. And in the final, I could remember was the spirited performance she gave for the side to get us over the line against the Moroccans. So good one for her, and I'm happy to see her back in action. And let's see what the coach decides in the coming days.
All right, it's the world of transfer in the MPFL and still buzzing. Sporting Lagos are the one doing business right now. Last week, you were talking about Rivers United back-to-back, Shooting Stars in the middle. Right now, is Sporting Lagos doing business and have fully turned their attention to Tamuno Akoli, known as Pedri. They have been monitoring him for over 12 months. Several unsuccessful approaches made in the past. Personal term not an issue. Player ready to reduce his wages, demand to make the move happen as he values his playing time. Deal up to 2 clubs, and the man plays 4 Shooting Stars in that rank. So maybe the academy, or I think it's the academy player, not the mainstream team. That's the update we are getting from Sporting Lagos.
Yes, if they can get a player that fits into their profile, like you mentioned, they've been monitoring his progress for the past 12 months. That's to show you a club that's dedicated to knowing the profile of player they want to bring to their side, and they've seen what he can do over the past couple of months, and they think now is the right time to try and get the man they've wanted or sought after a very long period of time. Good one for both sides if the deal comes right at the end of the day, and everybody is going to smile to the bank, and whoever going to switch sides or switch jerseys has secure space in the coming season at Sporting Lagos. And Sporting Lagos look like one exciting side. They're moving under the radar, getting key players. We spoke about Ronald Hardy joining them yesterday. Now they've got Tamuno Akoli again. That's a very, very good side. And judging by the performances they churned out in the NL last season. They look like I said, I want to regress. They want to up the ante and give us that spirited performance we saw for them last time out in the MPFL.
All right, that's an update coming through from the camp of Sporting Lagos. Let's move away from that. Let's talk about the FIFA World Cup round of 32 games that happened yesterday. And let me bring to your knowledge that the Elephant of Ivory Coast are out of the competition right there. The Norwegians, the Vikings, picked up the victory 2-1. And when you need him the most, Haaland showed up, giving them that much needed win. That one ended 2-1. Nusa cutting in and getting a goal in the first half, and Amad Diallo coming up from the bench and cutting one, cutting two, and putting the ball in the back of the net right there for the Cote d'Ivoire. Haaland had to do that one straight in the 85 plus minutes to get the goal for the Norwegians. Let's talk about that game quickly. How excited were you to see how Ivory Coast did not show respect for the European team Norway yesterday?
That's what you expect from them. If you want to win the competition, you have to play to the best of your abilities. And they will take solace in the performance they gave out yesterday, the Ivorians. They were the better side on the day, but they were wasteful in front of goal, and I think partly due to decisions of the coach. I don't know why Amad Diallo didn't start that game. He looked like the best guy the best guy to deliver for you in front of goal, and likes of Pepe, Diomande, they were just support cast and couldn't put the ball directly into the back of the net.
Have you been impressed with Diomande in this competition?
Yes, it's had stellar performances. It's been a turn in the flesh of defenders he's faced. One-on-one, is fast, is strong. It's all you want from your winger. But that deciding factor, which you want from wingers nowadays or forwards nowadays, is that defining touch of putting the ball in the back of the net. We speak about Michael Olise, we speak about Varaskelia. Yes, they are good one-on-one. They have the pace. They are strong and they can withstand challenges from their opponent. But when it comes to that extra bit of putting the ball in the back of the net, definitely you find them there, and that's lacking from Diomande. And I think that's a worrisome one for whoever is going to put him on their books next season. But definitely he can improve. He's still a young player. He can work on that. Bakola is one player who also can work on his finishing, but it's getting there. So for the Ivorians yesterday, they had the chance to put the ball in the back of the net about 6-7 times, but they were wasteful in front.
Don't you want to give credit to the goalkeeper of the Norwegian?
Yes, it was very good. He denied Ahmad towards the tail end from that free kick. It was painful to see. But that's to show you and emphasize that Ahmad was the missing ingredient for the Ivorians right from the get-go. He wasn't going to take the position away from Pepe, put him behind the striker as a free roam player or as a number 10. Now giving you the chance to exchange with the striker and even give you more chances for your wingers to cut in and get into space. At the end of the day, maybe he's going to realize that and think, oh, I should have put him on earlier than I did and count his rules. But for the Norwegians, they took their chances. Very few chances for them in the game. Haaland got 1 or 2 in the first half. It was well marshaled out of the box, and the supply lines were definitely cut from him. Odegaard had a very stellar game as well, controlling things in midfield, taking the game by the scruff of the neck. He was distributing passes left and right, and at the end of the day, they got the result they deserved and put the ball in the back of the net in the 85th minute. Haaland, right place, right time. You don't give him that much space on the ball. He scored other chances, and you could see the countenance from after scoring the goal. He didn't celebrate as much
because he felt a moment like this.
That's the cheapest goal he's going to score, and at the end of the day, they are through to the next round to face Brazil in the round of 16. Exciting one for them, and let's see what unfolds at the 2026 World Cup for them. I
want to ask you quickly, for you, do you think the people Elephant of Cote d'Ivoire just went to sleep in that moment when that ball from Oscar Bob was given to Berg and straight down to Haaland?
Yes, it was a momentary. There was a moment of momentary lapse from them. They defended all well all through the game. They lost concentration at that moment of the game. The personnel they employed to stop the ball from getting to Haaland was too much that they forgot that you don't leave someone as predatory as Haaland in that space in front of the goalkeeper with the net gaping. That was what happened. The Kusonu, Agbadu, and the third guy, they all completely left their marker, and that's what is going to cause you problems. You don't put Haaland in positions like that after having stabbed him all game long. He's not going to get that kind of chance and miss it. And rightly so, he put the ball in the back of the net, and they have to come back next 4 years to correct their mistakes.
All right, let's see if they can come back in the next 4 years to correct that mistake. But big ups to African teams who have made it through to the round of 32. Morocco are still standing out as top guns. Having to set the pace for more African teams. Remember, we still have Senegal, we have Egypt, we have Algeria, we have Cape Verde, we have DR Congo. They're still going to do a battle later much in the round of 32 knockout game. Let's look at another game that Nuruddin already said that if you have a manager like Graham Potter on your side, you are not aiming for success, and definitely that did happen against the France side Starman show, and definitely. Like I said, when you say twinkle, twinkle, little stars, definitely you should put Kylian Mbappe, Olise, and Ousmane Dembele in that mix of the poem. And definitely that happened yesterday. Ousmane Dembele, fantastic player. Michael Olise, you don't give him time to think on the ball. It's going to create the spaces for you. Kylian Mbappe chasing the record. Marcelo closer now down the pecking order is Mbappe and Messi in a different world of galaxies right now. And you look at that performance from them. Who can stop the French national team from achieving this success? I know then how excited were you to see France, whitewash the Swedish team. I know you're wondering what's going on with Oluwademi this morning. It's buzzing. I was excited to enjoy beautiful performance. It reminded me of days when we were watching Ronaldo and Ronaldinho, doing the magic. Ronaldinho providing the assist right there, for Ronaldo. You look at Olise, you look at Kylian Mbappe. I can go on and on and on to talk about how good this French national team are. But before that, come on, ça va bien, merci. Et vous? Go ahead, Sanusi.
You said it all, and what better way to describe what you saw yesterday was exciting. They were all around the ball. Any of those players who had the chance to be on the ball at any time dazzled us with skills. Anything you want from a footballer, from an attacking point of view, you have that in the French national side. Dembele can go inside, can come outside, any which way it's going to turn you around. Mbappe definitely on the class of his own. Olise, highest goal scorer, highest assist in the World Cup at the moment with 5 assists. Right now, that's to show he's definitely doing so. And he had a very good performance with Bayern during the season as well. He's topping it off at the World Cup with a stellar performance as well. And for Bakola, Doué, or whoever gets deputized with these guys on the field, it's just what you want to see. And attacking everyone for whichever coach has the tools that tooling at his disposal to utilize. It was exciting, and the Swedish just didn't see it coming. The first goal from Mbappe, fantastic.
Classic.
Took Gyökeres out of the way. Second goal, the pass from Olise was awesome for Bakola.
Sublime.
And that was video game-esque. The way he caught the ball into the back of the net, that was interesting. And the third goal from Mbappe.
Another assist again
from Olise. Beautiful pass again, dissected the defense, and at the end of the day, the ball just bulged at the back of the net, and that's what you expect from. And defensively, they were coordinated. Gyökeres gave them a run for their money 1 or 2 times in the game, but the duo of Upamecano and Saliba were rock solid. They had help from Digne and Koundé at the right back position, and later on, when they got substituted, the players that came in also did the job for them, and Marshall did the Swedish side out of the game. Isak was underwhelming for me. Elanga also had a great game, but without the right end product at the end of the day, there's nothing you would do to help your team. So it was just exciting football, and what you expect from that type of French talent on display for right there in America yesterday.
All right, I want to ask you some few questions quickly before we look at other games that happened yesterday. Now, what do you think is working for the French national team, and how can a team currently in the World Cup break down this side?
You just have to deny them the chance to be with the ball. Don't give them a chance to create. No, any of those players in that team, they are creators. Yes, you can excuse Rabiot and Tchouaméni, but aside those players, any player in the attack for the French national team at the moment, they are creators.
Be it Cherki, if Cherki is not playing.
Be it Cherki, be it Desiré Doué, be it Bakola, Olise, Dembele, Mbappe, any of those 6, 7, 8 players can do damage to any team at the moment. So you have to deny them chance on the ball. Suffocate them, don't give them the space to run, and you definitely be on the winning side at the end of the day. Just stifle them, don't give them the chance to put the ball around. They are tricksters. If you give them the chance to keep creating chances, at the end of the day, they are very patient enough to hold on to the ball and do what they want to do with until they get their goal. And for for any team looking to stop them at the moment, I would say stifle them. Don't give them the grass to run at you, and hold the ball as much as you can. I would like to see them play against another team who is going to hold the ball as much as they will do, and deny them a chance to create chances with the ball. So it's just exciting, and they are the team to beat right now at the World Cup. If that's the right word to use for them at the moment, they are the contenders, one of the biggest contenders at the moment. They are playing fantastic football, and I like the way the coach has utilized the team. He's not limiting them or placing unnecessary burden on players who don't need to defend or add extra things to their game. And if you notice the way they play, the 3 forward players are not in the box at the same time. They always try to get the ball from way deep and run into the box or create chances, exchange passes with either Olise or Mbappe, and put the ball in the opponent's box and pull the trigger at the end of the day. So the French side at the moment, one of the best teams, or currently arguably the best team at the tournament, and we are looking to a team that's going to rival them at the end of the day.
All right, let me inform you that Kylian Mbappe has now scored 6 goals so far at the 2026 FIFA World Cup, equaling Messi as the top scorer with 6. Kylian Mbappe has scored 18 goals in 18 World Cup games. He's the second all-time top scorer behind Messi with 19 goals. Michael Olise has made 5 assists so far in 2026 World Cup, making him the player with the most assists in the tournament. That's a classic team right there. And there you have on the screen is Messi, Mbappe, and Miroslav Klose. And it's so going to be excited to see how far these two have been able to break that record. It's now a chasing pack between Messi and Mbappe, and Mbappe is saying, "I'm not chasing any record. I'm just chasing the World Cup yet again." And remember, you talk about Dembele, the Ballon d'Or candidate once again, Olise in the mix of things, and Kylian Mbappe. I want to ask you, if France are to pick this World Cup, what do you think would lift the Ballon d'Or again?
I think it's going to be Mbappe.
Not Dembele.
If it's down to this World Cup and the global outreach or the status of players on the grand stage, I don't see Dembele defeating Mbappe.
He won the Champions League.
Won the Champions League.
He won the French League.
He won the French League. Mbappe won the World Cup, and is more popular than Dembele, if you agree with me. If you put them into polls or ask people on the street right now, people definitely vote for Mbappe more than Dembele, and that's what award sells these days, not based on the performances of the team. And if a lot of people argue with you, the Ligue 1 PSG won, Dembele played just a handful of games to help decide to win the league at the end of the day. And
he was not even the top goal scorer.
Wasn't the top goal scorer. He started just 20 games out of 38 league games. That's to show you that's an excuse for them. And Mbappe is definitely more popular, I would say. And awards these days is more about clout than what actually happened on the field of play. If you put it down to me, Olise is a more deserved candidate for the Ballon d'Or if it's based on performances.
The player
start and performances on the field of play throughout the season. Yes, Mbappe won the Pichichi in Spain.
Yeah, in Spain.
He's looking like the star man for them at the World Cup. If they win the World Cup, he's definitely going to get the golden ball. So that says it on and answers your question. Mbappe is more popular than Dembele, and I think if it's down to votes, Mbappe is definitely going to get the Ballon d'Or ahead of Dembele.
All right, let's see, because definitely the FIFA Ballon d'Or is upon us pretty soon later this year. Let's move away from that. Let's talk more updates as Mexico have qualified to the round of 16 of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. 4 wins in 4 games, 0 goals conceded in for Mexico. Up next is going to be Mexico versus England or DR Congo. How exciting has Mexico been? Now, hold on. Now, let me inform you, Sanuridim, that Mexico, so far the World Cup, 10 World Cup games at the Estadio at Azteca Stadium. 0 goals conceded in 4 games in the World Cup. 4 wins in 4 games and 8 goals scored so far. Now, they're the first team to start 4 clean sheet wins at the World Cup since Italy in 1990. That's how good Mexicans have been in this competition. Come on, you shaking your head and you're not in favor of the start for the Mexicans.
Yes, they've been fair. To be fair to them, they've been above average. They've done what they have to do. 4 clean sheets, doing what they have to do, and getting the ball over the white line and keeping the net budging and keeping their fans happy. But I think they've enjoyed the home support, And the path to the round of 16 for them has seemed like one that has been easy. You expect them to win against South Africa, South Korea, and the other team in their group, I think Qatar. So you expect them, was just expected victory for them. And now that they've gotten to the round of 16, they gave a good account of themselves yesterday in the first half against a depleted Ecuadorian side, which I didn't expect to see in this round of the competition, if not for the mistake from Noah. But now they're out of the competition finally. They are not cohesive. They don't play like a team, and they are wasteful in front of goal. They were punished again yesterday. You don't do that against the Mexicans at the Aztec Stadium. They're enjoying their fortress at the moment. Their fans are shouting at the top of their voices, and the players are turning out great performances. Fantastic goals from those players. The first goal from Julian was very fantastic. He rifled the shot into the back of the net, same as the one from Raul Jimenez. Fantastic goals, and the game just ended in the first half, and the Ecuadorians didn't have any answer to the questions they asked in the second half, and that was how the game ended. So it's exciting. Now I expect to see good football. Whoever qualifies between DR Congo and England later today is going to face the Mexican side, and I'll assess their options or the way they played after that period.
All right, that's the update that happened yesterday in the FIFA round of 32 knockout games that happened going on the ongoing FIFA World Cup. Let's check out some of the round of 16 games to look forward to. We have Canada against Morocco, we have Paraguay against France, and the big one is between Brazil and Norway. Still to come, Mexico are going to face the winner between England and DR Congo. All right, we're going to go on a short break. When we're back, we're talking about the fixtures to look forward to today and talk more in the world of tennis and give you top-notch analysis on the games to expect today. Also, I'm going to be reading out Samiruddin's predictions for yesterday. We're going to go again today. All right, stay connected right here on Dominion Television, your channel of choice. We'll be back.
Need a professional space to bring your vision to life? Dominion Television Studios offers state-of-the-art facilities perfect for your next broadcast, commercial, corporate video, or live event. With flexible rental options, cutting-edge equipment, and a supportive team, we provide the perfect environment for high-quality productions. Unleash your creativity. For bookings, email us at marketing@dominion.org.ng. Call us on 0705 506 1061 or 0916 101 1061. Check us out on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and TikTok at Dominion Broadcast, and on X at Dominion Casts. Book your space today. Dominion Television, your channel of choice.
Live from the heart of the action. Welcome to the nerve center of Next Level Broadcasting.
This is the OB van, where the studio meets the street.
Equipped with cutting-edge cameras, crystal clear audio, real-time switching, and broadcast control, we don't just capture moments, we deliver the experience live.
Anywhere, anytime, from stadiums to red carpets, breaking news to buzzing festivals, weddings, birthdays, and all sorts of ceremonies. We bring the world to your screen in real time.
It's not just a van, it's a complete mobile production house, a command center, a broadcast beast.
This is more than a broadcast. This is the OB Van difference. Live, loud.
Welcome back to Dominion Television, your channel of choice. Still very much connected to Dominion Sport. Before we move on, let me inform you that you can follow us on all social media platforms on Facebook, on TikTok, on Instagram, and on YouTube. One thing you can do to enjoy every content we drop for you is to make sure you hit the subscribe button. Tell a friend to be part of what we are doing right here on Dominion Television. We have exciting content from entertainment to sport to more updates to news and more package movies update back to back right here for you. Just stay connected and drop your comments right here on the go. Let's move away from that and let's talk about the FIFA World Cup upcoming matches today, where we have England. We're going to face DR Congo, Belgium against Senegal, USA against Bosnia and Herzegovina. Those are the matches to look forward to today. Sanuruddin is still with me right here in the studio, and we're about to break things down just for you. England against DR Congo.
It's going to be an exciting one, and the English national team have not been at their best at this World Cup. We expect them to wake up at the right stages. You expect more from a side that's parading that amount of world stars or popular figures or popular players.
I like the popular figure, not world stars.
In their ranks, you would argue Bellingham is a world star, Harry Kane is a world star. You can argue one or two other players in their ranks that would meet up the status of world stars. But that aside, they've not been at their best, like I mentioned. And the DR Congo side showed one or two brilliances in the first game against Portugal. We saw how they limited that exciting side to just one shot on target at the end of the day. So that shows you there is something going on very well in the DR Congo side. And they have experience in the mode of Transembe, Wan-Bissaka in the defense, yes, Wisa is up front, Mbemba. Yeah. There are a lot of Bakambu, there are a lot of players in that side who can cause trouble for you on a very good day. And to give you that, the English national team don't have a solid defense at the moment. Reece James is out of the competition. Arguably one of the most influential players in the defense is out of the game. He's left to Gueye, Jet Spence.
Konsa
is also out, and he has to deal with that injury. John Stones is also in and around the corner for them. So definitely that's one part of the game the DR Congo side need to exploit tonight. And for the English national team, they just have to put their best foot forward. Is Saka going to be fit enough to play 90 minutes or start as early as possible with the game? Is Rashford or Anthony Gordon going to get the nod at the left side of the attack for them? And we know the ever-present Harry Kane is definitely going to be in front of goal for them. And another player who is going to be key for the English side today is going to be Jude Bellingham. He's been influential in their group stages. Yes, they've been underwhelming, but he picked up 2 man-of-the-match performances in the group stages. That's to show you how influential he is in the side for Thomas Tuchel. So, and the midfield, the combination of Rice and Henderson. Rice is definitely going to be back from this game. He's escaped the chance of getting a yellow card and missing out of the national of the competition. He's definitely going to be back in the side today, and he's going to be combining with Anderson and Bellingham in the midfield to see how he's going to operate in that midfield today. So in for an exciting matchup. This is the first knockout match for DR Congo at the World Cup stages, and for England they are regulars at this stage of the competition. Yes, the round of 32 was just included at this World Cup, but we've seen what they've done in times past at the World Cup knockout stages. First meeting between both sides as well, so a lot of things to be expected, and let's see what happens in the game tonight.
I want to ask you, how do you think the Leopards will set up tonight? How do you think they're going to set up against the 3 Lions? It's a fight in the jungle now. You have the Lions and the Leopards.
Who's going to lead the pack at the end of the day?
We know that the Lions are king of the jungle. But do you think the Leopards have what it takes, and how do you think they will set up? Are they going to be attack-minded, defensive, conservative? How do you think they'll set up their side against this English team set up by Thomas Tuchel?
They need to be pragmatic and not go all out against the English side. If you go out, if you give them the chance to run behind your defense, the likes of Saka, Madueke, or Rashford or Anthony Gordon, if they get the chance to create something for Harry Kane or even Jude Bellingham, you are going to be in problem. And I like the formation they set out in the first game against Portugal in the opening game of the competition for them, 5-3-2. They had the defense well covered, didn't give the space for the wingers to operate at all, and the midfield had extra men when they were without the ball or with the ball. So it was exciting to see them execute that tactic that day. I hope if they can replicate that in this game, they're going to be very, very tough for the English side to break down, who've complained about their chance creation or their end product since the beginning of the competition. Yes, they've got 5 or 6 goals now, and considered about 3 or 4 goals. The English national side, they are not yet at that level or that flow state which you expect from that team that is put together by Thomas Tuchel. So if the DR Congo side get themselves today, play and execute their tactics well, stick it from the beginning of the game right to the wire, I think they will have something on the plate at the end of the day.
All right, moving away from that, let's look at other games. We have Belgium against Senegal. Another game to look forward to, quite exciting game. And what can the Senegalese bring to this game against Belgium? Two teams who have not been too fantastic in this World Cup. They look to set the record straight right about now.
Yes, the final game of the competitions provides succor for both teams. The Belgian national team got 5 goals against New Zealand on the last group game to qualify out of the group as winner, and for the Senegalese side, they finished as the 8th best losers just to get to the round of 32. That's to show you how lucky they were. They got 5 goals against their opponent Curacao as well, and that was what Uzbekistan, I think, that was what boosted their place in the next round of the competition. And this is the first competitive competitive match between both sides again, meeting at the very pivotal stage of the competition. You snooze, you lose. You don't want to be that. And the Belgian side will be looking to find their feet at the right time. De Bruyne, Lukaku, Courtois, Doku, Tillmans, these are players that are very, very important today if they want to get to the next round of the competition. And for the Senegalese side, we can hope they find their feet as much as possible. We know what they can do. We've seen them play exciting football in the past. Ndiaye is very important today if they want to do something meaningful. As early as
Koulibaly important today?
Koulibaly is important as well on the bench, cheering up the players on the pitch, because his experience for me doesn't count for the amount of risk he carries against an exciting side like the Belgians. Lukaku is going to definitely face against him, and we know how sharp he is.
If you're saying you don't want Koulibaly and you are playing Lukaku, you look at the strength mindset. What do you think Papitel will be looking forward to? Who can body out Lukaku, who can take him off the ball, and there's no other person that has that strength power like Koulibaly.
Football is not only about grit, it's also about intelligence. If you have all the grit and strength and you don't know how to utilize it, you get the bottom of the boot at the end of the day. So it doesn't have to do with the experience alone. Now you need to be fast and intelligent, and I think those are qualities that are lacking in Koulibaly's game at the moment. It's past that level. Even at his prime, we saw the mistakes he did with Chelsea, the errors and all that, and we saw what ended his career at Napoli before he was shipped off to Saudi Arabia by Chelsea. So it's a no-brainer. Lukaku is going to be looking to become the second Belgian player to score consecutive games at consecutive World Cups. Last time he did that in 2018. He's looking to beat a record that was set in 1966. So he's going to be looking to hit the ground running as possible. And this is the last chance for them, the last dance for the so-called golden generation. Because at the end of this World Cup, we expect the likes of De Bruyne, Tillmans, Lukaku, and the likes Witsel to pack their bags and leave the national team for the youngsters to emerge at the end of the day. So they need to give it their all. And the Senegalese side need to find their feet. Players that are not of importance or that are not at the level you want to churn out performances today should not make the game as early as the starting lineup. Ndiaye is going to be important. Umbai is also important, and need the expertise of Slimani. Even if he's not in the World Cup yet, he's not scored or influenced the game as much as you expect him, but still, he's still a threat. And anytime, any moment is called upon, he can influence or do things that's going to help his team at the end of the day. So it's going to be an exciting one, and I expect both teams to score, because it's going to be an open encounter, and let's see the best team at the end of the day.
All right, USA against Bosnia and Herzegovina, though that's the last game in the early hours of the morning, where we're going to have the FIFA World Cup round of 32 games, USA and Bosnia.
Yes, that's another exciting fixture to look forward to. The fans in America are asking why they have to face two nations in Bosnia and Herzegovina. That's the point going on social media right now. But it's going to be an exciting matchup. But one problem for the USA side is they always fail to win against European opponents. All the opponents they've played have been outside of the European continent since the beginning of this tournament, and this is their first test against an European opponent who are not that prominent in terms of stars and all, but the quality of the side is not to be pushed aside. We saw what they did at the group stages. They played fantastic football, fast-paced football, and they stuck with their guns, got the victory that mattered, and put themselves in the national of the competition. For the USA side, this is a very tough test for them. They've enjoyed the support of the crowd. They've enjoyed the home support and all. They've played free and flowing football, won the first 2 games of the group and lost the last game at the end of the day. So now let's see what they can do in the knockout phases of the competition, and what Captain America and his boys have to do for us.
All right, let's see what Captain America can do for USA and Edin Dzeko. Let's see what they can bring to the side of Bosnia and Herzegovina. All right, quickly for you to be part of it, just go straight to the YouTube page and follow and drop your comment ahead of this big games. England against DR Congo. We have Belgium against Senegal. We have USA against Bosnia and Herzegovina. Those are the games to look forward to today. All right, quickly, yesterday was quite interesting because Sanuruddin gave us his predictions yesterday. He said Norway against Congo. Cote d'Ivoire, I'm sorry, is going to end 1-1 and straight to penalties. France is going to be 3-1. Mexico, he said 1-0 or 2 goals today, because that's what I have on my record. But he said, because he played the video for me and he went straight to the predictions. So he got 1 predictions correct, and I think I got nothing correct. I did not get anyone correct. So let's go again today. Quickly, let's pick out the predictions. England, DR Congo.
England, DR Congo. That's a very tough one to call, but I expect firework in that game. Maybe 2-1 England.
2-1 England. Belgium, Senegal.
Belgium, Senegal. That should be an earth-scoring affair as well. Maybe 2-2 draw and Belgium qualify on penalties.
USA and Bosnia.
USA and Bosnia, 1-0 victory for USA.
Okay, for me, it's DR Congo leading on penalties. The game is going to end in a draw and straight to penalties. Belgium against Senegal, Senegal edging out in that game 2-1. USA against Bosnia, the game is ending 2-0 in favor of the US. Those are my predictions ahead.
African man to the core.
Those are my predictions ahead of the FIFA World Cup upcoming matches. Like I said, you can be part of it. Drop your predictions. We're heading straight down to the world of tennis as we wrap up the show. Over to you, Sanuruddin, to give us the update.
It was exciting yesterday in the world of tennis. The court embraced the GOAT, Serena Williams, one more time, and sadly for her, she had to get herself dumped out of the competition as early as the first round. Maya John did that in over 1 hour. She won the first set, lost the second set, and got it in the decider, and that's what you want from you, defeating the champion of the world. Or she won the hearts of a lot of people yesterday. It was exciting, and she's next to the next round. Iga Swiatek as well, she had to do it in dramatic fashion. Elena Rybakina also had problems dispatching her opponent, but at the end of the day, they got it over the line. That's what you want from your star people, your star players. You want to get them to the round 2 of the competition. And the ATP front, the French Open winner had some trouble with his opponent, but at the end of the day, he got over the line. And a lot of Stan Wawrinka has said he wants to retire from the game as well due to injuries and the struggles he's faced over a period of time. So it's still exciting in the world of Wimbledon. We are still in the preliminary stages. Round 1 is still not going. We'll have more updates and more fixtures for you. Come back tomorrow. All
right, definitely we have more update and more results for you when we are back tomorrow to give you more update in the world of tennis. Let me inform you that in that game against Mexico against Ecuador, Pierre Hincapié got a red card for the Prestiani law. That's the second red card. Active. Is active and was not active for Jude Bellingham against Ghana.
For the Jude Bellingham case, it wasn't in an altercation with the opponent. It was just speaking with the opponent, and that has been clarified after the game. It's not one-sided. If there's an altercation going on, if you have a trouble with your opponent or with the referee and you cover your mouth, that is when the pre-standing law comes to play. If it's just conversation between you and your friend, or you're just walking down the tunnel and covering your mouth, having a conversation, you're going to be excused definitely for that.
But it was on the field of play.
Field of play, yes. It's the circumstances that surrounded both incidents are different. It was just having a chat with a player. The referee didn't blow the whistle for anything at that moment. It was just a conversation between two players. And for the Hincapié red card, Definitely there was an altercation going on. He was saying words and was furious. His reaction and all said it all, and that prompted the VAR to call the referee to attention and said,
Right.
activate the Prestiani law and let's put the players in check.
All right. Also, let me inform you that Ronald Koeman has stepped down from the job of the Netherlands. Let me bring to your knowledge that Manenua also has retired from international football.
About time.
All right. Also, here we go. Matheus Fernandes has moved to Tottenham Hotspur from West Ham. Manchester United just loves to bid, and bidding is their cause. And Matheus Fernandes has moved down
you wouldn't blame Manchester United for backing out of that deal. I think that financial package is not in line.
It's 250 too much for Matheus Fernandes.
Not the wage package, it's the transfer fee I'm talking about.
85 million.
85 million. I think for Matheus Fernandes is going to put a whole lot of pressure on the player at the end of the day. So why put unnecessary pressure on? You understand, for West Ham, they have to sell to their SB that they are down in the championship for next season. They need all the revenue they can get, and the player has loads of years on his contract, so they can't just let him go for cheap. Tottenham Hotspur brought their highest money. Definitely. They're going to sell their ISB. Now Manchester United have to look elsewhere for a player they have to put in their midfield.
All right. Also, Jose Mourinho is backing up the transfer when it comes to defense. Bernardo Silva, Dumfries, Cucurella, Ibrahim Konate, and Bastoni is on the radar for Real Madrid.
You understand the man that is fixing where the problem is. Last season, not that they didn't score the goals, Madrid got the goals. Even a player from their ranks got the Pichichi trophy at the end of the day. That's to show you definitely something is going well in the attack, and where the problem lies is at the defense, at the heart of the defense. And he's fixed that. He's brought in 3 players already, replaced all the signings from last season, and definitely looking to bolster the strength of the squad by adding Alexander Bastoni to that side. That's going to be a formidable defense to break down, and a host of intelligent players in and around there. He has Rudiger, he has Bastoni to come to the end of the day, and he has Konate from Liverpool. That's to show you he has Dean Olsen in and around the corner. That's to show you the exciting stars for Mourinho in the defense. And we know him is a pragmatic man. He's going to defend very well and get the players up front to put the ball in the back of the net. So expect amazing football from Real Madrid next season if this works out. All
right, definitely. If it works out, we should expect more, display from the Galacticos. This is where we draw the curtain on today's show. A big thank you to the producer and the crew for making sure Dominion Sport remains on the global stage. We're going to see you again tomorrow, the Thursday edition of the show, where we give you exciting football updates, sport actions right here on the go. I am Paul Abe to the one minute. We'll see you again tomorrow. Have a fantastic day. Stay blessed, and bye for now.